Hi, my name is Anna, and I'm doing a little video for those women who need to hear it. Um, Being in a manipulative or any kind of abusive relationship takes a toll on your soul, takes a toll on your mind. Um, it's draining, and it's unimaginable, really. When somebody gaslights you start to think that maybe you did forget, or maybe you didn't say it that way, or you second guess yourself at everything. Depends on how long it's been going on, and you don't even know. You're being trained to what people call codependency. You've been trained to have to need someone else, because obviously you can't do anything on your own. You can't do anything right, so you need them for everything. And if you're financially dependent on that person, then it's worse, unfortunately. But even if you're not, you're it's the same. They take and they take from you. They'll take your money. They'll take your strategies, your mind, your ideas, and pass them off as their own. And you, at the end, will start believing that maybe it was their idea. We just had it together, or I just mentioned it, but he's the creative one. No matter what, he's the one that does it. I shouldn't complain because I have a roof over my head, I have food on my table, I have clothes on my back. I should learn to be grateful, and we are, and we should be grateful. But above everything else, we should be grateful to our Creator, to God. We don't owe anyone. Honestly, we don't owe anyone anything. It's good to be grateful, but we only owe one thing to one person, and that person is Jesus Christ. Why? Because He gave His life for you. You are worth dying for, and there's no one died for you except Jesus Christ. He loves you. He's the Son of God, and He came to this world to undo all the wrongs, and one day He will reign on the earth again. But in the meantime, we need to love ourselves. We need to do everything we can to love one another. But you can't love people that are mean and cruel to you and abusive to you and hurt you. Now, I know what most Christians, if you're a Christian, you're saying, well, the Bible does say love your enemies. Yeah, love them, but love them from a distance. Understand? Love yourself. The Bible also says that love the Lord your God with all your heart, all your soul, and all your strength, and love yourself as you love your neighbor. So if you don't love God first, you can't love yourself. If you don't, you're a people pleaser, and you love everyone, and you want everyone to like you, and because that's what you were trained to do without knowing. Because if you didn't do things right or perfect, or for everyone else, or you learn to do that in your home, whether with your parents or your husbands or your partner. And so if you didn't perform properly, if you didn't act well, and you didn't do things right, you were called out on it. You were useless. You're useless anyway, so they say. But you don't want to be called out. You want to say, oh, that was nice. Or you don't want, or even if there's a certain point where the affirmations of how good you did will stop. But if you do things right, applause won't come, and thank you, honey, either. But the negative will be less, and so that's what you strive for. And so that's what happens when you go into relationships. But it doesn't matter. None of it matters. No one matters more than you. And there's only one thing in life that you cannot get back, and that's your time. Although God says He will redeem your time, He won't give you the time lost, but He'll give you more time. He'll give you the time you need, the time you lost. Nothing is lost, nothing is wasted, and nothing is lost with the Lord, because He will use it for your benefit in the future. Even though right now you can't even possibly imagine how that could even work, but it can, and it will. I just hope that I can encourage someone and say that it's okay. The struggle is real, and that's probably a meme at this time, but everyone has its story, and everyone has a struggle in life. But God is awesome. God is real. God is on His throne, and He knows what you're going through. Give your life to the Lord. Ask Him to help you. If you do all the time, have faith and believe. But do your part as well. It's not enough to the children of Israel. It wasn't enough to for them to believe Moses and walk out with him out of Egypt, right? They had to, when he opened the Red Sea, right? What happened? They had to walk through it. They couldn't stay there. Oh, they saw the miracle, but they had to do something. They had to walk across on dry land. God opened the sea, but they had to cross. So what I'm trying to say is you have to do your part. You have to work on you. You have to make a plan. You have to, don't write it. Don't tell anyone. I know all the time people tell you, write a journal, you know, so you don't forget. Honey, you're not going to forget. We are not going to forget. I don't care how much they gaslight us. We don't forget how we're treated, okay? You don't need to write that. What happened is I wrote it all. And what happened is all my journals and my diaries, they all got read by the wrong person, right? And they were all totally used against me, right? I sounded like a psycho on the, you know, because yes, that's the point, to make us seem crazy. But nevertheless, you don't have to journal. You have to make a plan in your mind. You have to decide what you're going to do and then how to do it, and work on you. Focus on you, on your health, on yourself, on how you look, how you feel inside and outside, and then move forward from there. Baby steps, step by step. It's possible. You can do it and you will do it. And I've tried to reach out. I've gone to counseling. I mean, if they've never been through this type of abuse, they'll hear you. They'll give you some advice, probably advice that you already know, but they can't help you because narcissistic is not a clinical term. Narcissism is, they'll say it's some sort of, you know, they have some other kind of disorder, and, you know, you need to work through it. And if you go to church, most churches will tell you in different words, but pretty much the same thing. Unless he's an adulterer, you're stuck with him. And it's hard. It's really hard, but it's possible. Anyway, I don't know who needed to hear that, but I hope that it helped you. And Jesus loves you, and so do I. And I think somebody needs to hear it, and whoever needed to hear it, may the Lord bless you. And for everyone else, you know, I hope that you find peace, and maybe I'll do another video and talk again. Bye.